Good afternoon. Welcome to the JTV Game of the Week. I'm Harry Ferrone.
And I'm Abby Valser. And today we have a field hockey game between Jackson Liberty Lions and the Manchester Hawks. Jackson Liberty has a record of 5-4 overall and 4-3 in the conference.
The Hawks are coming in today with a 1-5 record overall and 1-5 in conference, as we are just about set to get underway here. Leading scorers for the Hawks are Sabrina Campana and Joyce Soden, and their keeper is the lovely Corinne Test.
Top scorers for Jackson Liberty are Carly Lowe and Donna Paulhemus, and the goalkeeper is Elizabeth Liedenheimer.
That is a fun name right there. We may be singing John Jacob Liedenheimer a few times today as the day goes on, Abby. I got news for you. Pretty solid outing for the Lions the first time out, defeating the Hawks 9-0, but it's a new day. Both teams out here ready to play today. A couple of big notes here on the side of the Lions. The captains,
Shayna Williams, Tori Whippick, and Megan Iarato.
Now here's the deal with Tori Whippich, as a shot on goal, and it's going to be a score, and the Lions are off to a 1-0 start. We'll get back to that note in a minute. And Tori Whippich, for you folks at home that haven't been following the girls field hockey team, had an ACL injury in the spring and is actually out for the season. Now what's significant about this one is that Whippich was the B-South Player of the Year, and that certainly has left a bit of a hole in the Lions lineup. However, they do have a couple of solid players back to start with.
Yeah. They have the other
B Conference all-team players.
Jade Rivera. They have Megan Iarato. They were the other two players in the all-conference last year.
That's it. So here it is. It's October Day here at Liberty, and it's a nice one. Good day for a field hockey game. You folks at home, we're going to try and help you out a little bit. I've got a resident expert with me today here. Abby Valser has been playing field hockey since birth, I believe. That is how it's been described to me. So we'll help you out when it comes to the rules of the sport. Try and make things a little more comprehensible for you folks at home that have a difficult time following a field hockey game. Let's start with some of the basic rules here, Vallister. I noticed that the sticks have a round side and a flat side.
Yeah.
What's the deal?
Well, the sticks are a little, not difficult, confusing. You can only hit the ball with one side of the stick, and if you hit it with the other side, it's a penalty. So you kind of have to make sure you got the stick in the right place, so you don't get a penalty if you're empty.
It looks like you have to actually turn the stick over in order to get on the other side. Oh, the one thing we did fail to mention for today, Abby, is today's game is a special game. During the pregame ceremonies, the warm-up, the coaching staff as well as the players are all wearing pink today. In fact, the coaching staff is still wearing pink. That's because today is the Fighting Pretty game. And Fighting Pretty is an organization that helps women feel strong and beautiful while they are battling cancer.
It's a really nice organization. The parents always donate, and I know some parents donate per goal, per assist. It's just a nice way to donate and still have fun doing it.
Absolutely. In fact, what we're going to be doing at halftime is we had the opportunity to get some more information about the Fighting Pretty organization, and we're going to bring you some info on that during the halftime break. So something for you folks to look forward to. Maybe you can understand this worthwhile organization a little better. Liberty off to a 1-0 lead here. Take a look at our beautiful graphics there created by Mr. Noble up at the top there.
Here we go, get up the field!
the Hawks on a little offense there. Ooh, and down she goes. Ah, my good friend Becky, 1-0 here early on in the first half.
Go, go, go.
You'll notice here safety is a big concern in field hockey there, Abby, as everybody's wearing headgear, as you can see.
A few years ago, it wasn't like that.
Liberty
though.
up 1-0, by the way.
A few years ago, it wasn't, you didn't really have to wear as much safety. When my sister first started playing, you weren't required to wear goggles and all that, but by her, I think, second or third year of playing, everyone was required to wear goggles. There was just too many injuries happening.
Makes sense. I think there's a lot of concern for that type of injuries. I think I've seen some big changes in softball too. More and more girls are wearing protective face gear when they're at the plate, or if they're an infield or like third baseman, you're like right on top of home plate. So I'm not surprised. I think it's a good move, you know, that we're out trying to take care of these players. Oh, that ball's stolen by number 10.
Jade Rivera.
Rivera, solid player. Very fast. Tough fighter. Did you ever get nervous there when your head's down so low by the stick there when they're swinging?
They're like really strict about that also, because the sticks can't really go, they're not really supposed to go above your hip. So it's scary when they come up towards your face.
Well, I'll tell you what, I can imagine that's, I know a few years back we had a pretty serious face injury there with someone and during the game where somebody got sticked.
Yeah, they got, I think, 16 stitches. I forget who it was.
Oh, Oksana.
Yeah, Oksana
Reed.
Yep.
She wore those scars like a champ too, I remember. Yeah, I didn't even think she wanted to come out of the game.
Oh no, she complained.
Yeah, Oksana's a pretty tough girl there. But you know, you can see the safety is definitely an issue here. Now, if you don't have anyone around you in your immediate area, are you allowed to bring that stick up and take a fuller cut?
If no one's around you, then you can bring it up a little bit higher, but you still, it shouldn't be like a golf swing.
Okay, gotcha.
Here you go, get in here, Hawks!
Good to know. The interesting thing about this one too is if you take a look at the goalkeeper in field hockey, she's pretty much covered from head to toe.
Oh yeah, they're completely covered.
Here's what I find a little interesting though. The size of the stick. Does she basically have the same size stick as everybody else?
Pretty much exactly the same. There's a little bit more of a curve on the end of it, but other than that, it's pretty much exactly the same.
I would have doubled the width of that bad boy. It's a pretty big goal too when you consider when you consider how much territory they have to you know, to defend. Not an easy job there for the goalkeeper, though they are pretty well protected. So you see here, what's going on here, Abby?
It looks like Manchester is bringing it in from the 16. Liberty got it back.
Get back now!
Well, Liberty offense on the move. Is offsides a thing here in field hockey there?
No, not really.
Oh, nicely defended there by the goalkeeper, Corinne Test. Using that small stick we were just talking about. Again, actually, that's twice.
That's going to be a corner for the Lions.
And what's the reason for the corner, Ab?
Penalty on Manchester in the circle.
Penalty on Manchester in the circle. So a corner, is that ball struck in from the flag?
It's hit in from about, it's a little bit in between, about halfway in between the flag and the goal.
Okay. And does it have to be directly shot on the goal, or is it passed?
No, they shoot it out. It has to go out of the circle before you shoot, have a shot.
Ah, okay, I gotcha. Oh, that one's going to pass right in front of the crease there. Rivera just misses. And the ball bounces off of number 11.
Carly Lowe.
Manchester doing a pretty solid job so far of fending off the Lion onslaught, whose offense has been pretty much dominant. See, there you go. There's an example of that free swing there. That's allowed, I take it, right?
Yeah, yeah. If there's no one around, you can bring it up a little bit higher. It shouldn't really go above like your shoulder.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Now, as far as you're only allowed to carry the ball as a player for so long before you have to pass it, or could you basically go?
No, technically you could carry it the entire length of the field. If you get the opportunity, you can take it all the way down the field. But sometimes it's just easier to pass to other players and pass around people.
So this is a Lion corner?
Yeah, it's another corner.
Ball's going to have to come out past the circle. Little shot on goal. Blocked by Test and snuck in there by number 11.
Carly Lowe.
Lowe with the score. Puts the Lions up 2-zip. Let's take a look at the replay here of that score. Shayna Williams puts it in play. And there it is. Sneaks it right in. So no worries about being offsides in this.
Nope. There is specific offense, midfield, and defense, but it doesn't matter if defense is past 50 or offense is past 50 on the other side.
Makes sense. We're trying to help the folks out at home.
Yep.
We appreciate your expertise, so while they're watching this, they have a better idea of what's going on. Defensive players are allowed to go how far up the field?
There's been instances where defensive players have scored on goal, so they can go all the way up the field and play as an offensive player, but it depends on how much defense you have, if you have enough people to keep a few back and have one play offense, or just how well you're doing.
It could be a strategy at some point to
yeah, yeah.
Defensive players, I guess, if you're down, let's say you're down by 1 goal late in the game, they'll bring up more bodies into the
sometimes they even take out the goalie entirely and put in a whole nother player.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
31, that's Sabrina Campano, one of the leading scorers there for the Hawks. Rivera booking down the field there.
That is number 6, Ellie Wibbick.
Hey,
right here. Ellie, you got that. Stop before you swing,
easy being the younger sister in the crowd there when you're following Tori.
Hey!
All the indicators there that Ellie's a pretty solid player in her own right.
There we go.
Growing up, I had an older brother. We were constantly in competition for just about everything.
Yeah.
From basketball in the driveway to whoever got the last hamburger. It was a competition, Abby. How about you? I know you have a couple of sisters.
Oh, yeah, and all 3 of us played field hockey, so I feel like sometimes it's even worse with girls, so.
Yeah. It can be, absolutely.
Get in there, get there. Lay her up now, Danielle. Lay her up. Get back in there. You guys. Get it out.
Well defended there.
There we go. Go, Drew. Go get it. Come on, Jane. Get together. Work as a unit. All right. Nice one.
It's another corner for Liberty.
And what's the cause again for these corners?
I'm not sure what that one was, but for the most part, there are penalties on Manchester in the circle. So that one might have been, it might have hit one of Manchester's players' feet. So.
Oh, you know, that's a point worth noting there.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to use your feet in this?
Not at all. If it hits your foot, it's a penalty.
Really?
Yeah.
So you can't like flick it up with your stick and kick it a couple of feet?
No.
Not something you're gonna get away with?
I mean, you might get lucky sometimes, and they might not notice, but I don't know if it's worth
Yeah, I got
risking.
you. Okay. All right. I mean, you played field hockey for years, so I'm sure the condition of the field is probably a big factor in ball control, right?
Yeah. Our field's pretty good, but it is a lot easier when you have, say, a turf field. It just rolls a lot nicer, and it's a lot faster paced.
Gotcha. We have regular grass here at Liberty, so there are lots of divots out there. Though the field is in pretty nice condition.
It's pretty
Obviously,
good,
the area in front of the goal is pretty much
of course. It always is, though.
Area, but that's interesting, though. Easier to play on turf, though. A little more predictable, right?
Yeah. It's faster paced, though, also, so.
Well, the ball moves quicker on the turf?
Yeah.
It's been interesting to see how many of these sports like field hockey, lacrosse have AAU and club teams where they're also in the off season. I mean, do you think that's contributed to
a few
a
of
lot
our
of
players
the team's
are
success?
on a few of our players on the Jackson Liberty team are in a like a league of their own.
Yep, we've got enough. Lions now ahead 3-0 here. About halfway through the first half. Again, field hockey, we played 2 30-minute halves. Field hockey in the middle school, is that such a thing there, young lady?
It is. They play shorter halves. I think, if I remember correctly, 20 or 25-minute halves.
You think that the field hockey being in the middle school is starting to pay off for the experience level that kids are coming in with?
Definitely. It gives you the experience so that you're ready for high school. But high school still is very different from middle school field hockey.
I got you. It makes sense. I know that field hockey in the middle school hasn't always been a thing, and you know, to come out as a freshman in high school and start playing field hockey, it's pretty much a skill sport at this point. It can be quite difficult, especially stick management. Is probably the tricky end of it here. We see some pretty beautiful shots here out on our field. We're broadcasting to you on YouTube if you're watching us on YouTube right now in high def. And again, our stream's available for playback after the game's over. Feel free to share it. Got a crack crew in the bus today there. Our director today is junior Becky Kiafulo. Senior technical director Victoria Quinn. And we've got a couple of sophomores there working in the middle of our stuff there on graphics and slow-mo. We've got Nicole McLean and Olivia McGarry, as well as the old man Matt Boehm there working audio today. So if there's an audio problem, you can blame Matt, people. Setting things up for us today is our amazing wizard of everything, Mr. Noble. Making sure our stream runs smooth and making sure the tech side of things go nice and give us a nice smooth ride today. Abby, absolute pleasure to be out here talking up this game with you today. Thanks for having me. I honestly, every minute I watch this game, you know, we got an opportunity to bring Vanessa in, player here from Jackson Liberty High School. I'm gonna ask her and talk to her a little bit. Hi, Vanessa.
Hi, Mr. Frone.
How you doing? It's good to see you out here at the game today.
Thanks. It's good to see you too.
Playing a little JV field hockey, I understand.
Yeah.
What do you think when you talk about field hockey as a sport there? What's one of the thing that you think most makes you want to play this sport?
Well, together as a team, we're like a really big family, so it's always just good to come out and enjoy being with the girls after school.
Yeah, I think that's probably always been one of my favorite things. I always enjoyed in my years of coaching of just the time spent with your team and kind of that whole bonding experience that takes place under a good coach, of course.
Yeah,
that takes place.
Yeah, we're always close.
For sure. Are you guys looking forward to today's game?
Yeah,
this
we're
one?
really excited to start playing and hopefully beat Manchester.
All right, well, listen, we want to wish you a lot of luck today and want to thank you for stopping in and saying hi today.
Thanks, Mr.
Good luck,
Brown.
Vanessa.
Here's Abby.
Opportunity for us to ask Vanessa one more question. There we go. All right, Vanessa, now the whole idea for the pink shirts today, okay? What's the story behind this?
So October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and every year we put together the Fighting and Pretty game, and this is what this game is. So we got together these shirts that we raised from our fundraisers, and Forsyth and Oko gave us the opportunity to play this game.
Excellent. Well, I'll tell you what, I think it's a worthy cause, and we're so glad that you guys got involved in this.
Yeah.
And best of luck today with your game.
Thanks.
All right, Vanessa in the house. Also have Vanessa in class. She's a little bit of a nervous Nelly, to be honest. I think she's headed to the bathroom to throw up, but I'm not sure. Anyhow, we're back in it's 3-0 here.
It's another corner for Jackson Liberty.
Two refs out there during each game. One covers each side of the field. And we've got another Liberty corner.
Yep. The other thing about corners is all the offensive players for Manchester's team have to go up to the half line of the field.
All the
So-
offensive players?
Yeah. Offensive players on Manchester's team go up to the.
So then the only people in that half of the field then are Manchester's defensive players.
Yep.
Interesting.
It gives our team a little bit of an advantage because we have more players.
Up close and personal there with the stick. Do the sticks weigh different things, or are they pretty much all the same weight?
They're pretty much all the same weight, but the heights do differ depending on how tall you are.
Oh, so if I played field hockey, I would use a pretty short stick then, huh?
Yeah, my sticks were always pretty short.
I gotcha.
But
Makes
then you've
sense.
got like Emily Bonino, who's
She's
6
pretty
feet
tall.
tall.
Yeah.
She has a longer stick.
These sticks have a tendency to break, or they last a pretty long time?
They normally last a pretty long time, but there have been sticks. I know Jade Rivera has broken sticks in half, so they do
I have
break.
had Jade in class, and I can totally understand that. I wonder if any of those sticks were actually broken over Kyle's head. Quite possibly. Kyle's the boyfriend, in case you're wondering at home.
Another
And
corner
looks like we
for
got
Jackson
another
Liberty.
corner here. As you can see, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 offensive players, 6 offensive players for the Lions lined up in the circle. That ball gets crossed. Shot on goal, and it doesn't sneak by him. Shayna Williams with the shot. So is anyone other than the goalkeeper allowed to use their hands?
No. No
The
hands.
goalkeeper can use their hands.
Yes.
Because somebody just used their hands.
Yeah.
We'll take a look at this here. You'll see that the ball gets crossed here. And Bashana takes a shot, and it's swatted down. So the only
Sometimes it's
penalty
just
for that is a
instinct.
corner, right?
Yeah.
That's interesting. One would think there would be a more severe penalty for a hand knocking the ball down in the box. The area in front of the goalkeeper, does that have a specific name?
No, the only name for like in front of the goalkeeper is a circle, and then there's dotted circle, and there's like 25, 50.
And the goalkeeper can use her hands wherever she wants?
Yes.
And she's also the only person allowed to use her feet?
Yes.
Very good. Folks, we are getting an education on field hockey today. I know Mrs. Vallister is at home right now taking notes.
Yes.
Taking
Hopefully,
notes.
at least.
Taking notes. got a dotted circle that you're talking about right there. She's working her way right to the goal.
Oh,
Kick
close.
save by Corinne Test with a good save.
Got another corner.
And another corner. And you can see the defense, or the offense, hustles out to midfield.
Yep.
Let's go, Liv, make it count. Good, yeah.
And another corner underway here. Oof, nicely settled.
Come on, Lauren. Still with it.
I take it the ladies wear shin guards, I hope.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Score is 3-0 here with about 5 minutes left in the half. Wow, that is definitely the best shot I've ever seen.
Unfortunately, they can't go.
I'm thinking that was illegal because of the height, right?
Yep.
How high is the ball allowed to go?
Well, technically, you can sort of throw it into the air with the stick, but if you just hit it and it goes too high, it kind of depends on how many people are around.
Yeah,
So if
that
you're
one traveled
specifically-
about 50 yards, about 6 feet in the air.
Yeah, if you're specifically sending it to one person and you like kind of throw it up in the air, the one person that's receiving it can get that, but if you just hit it and it goes way too far into the air, it becomes dangerous.
Yes, I can see that in that last shot. Are you allowed to, if you're the one person that's being hit to, are you allowed to catch the ball and throw it down?
No, you have to hit it with the stick and kind of just let it fall off your stick.
Wow, you guys are like magicians, honestly. I think in the off season you guys should maybe study fencing, to be honest. Fencing, that could be a thing for you.
Let's go, you got 4 minutes.
Well, we've got some little fans here as well.
Yeah.
Set up, ready to play. They're in the shade. They picked a good spot.
Shade of our bus.
Shade of the JTV bus, you're right. So if the ball, on the corner, if the ball doesn't make it to the circle, they're not allowed to hit it?
If it doesn't make it out of the circle and it ends up going into the goal, that goal won't count. So
Gotcha.
it's
So
really
it has to
important
go
to make
out.
sure it goes out of the circle before you even try to make a goal.
Makes sense, Ab. This game's making more sense to me today. We at home have learned what a corner is.
And there's another one, speaking of.
That's it. I'm not going to begin to guess at what the penalties are at this point. A little hard to tell from this distance anyway.
Yeah, it's so fast-paced, sometimes it's hard to tell.
Yeah, I'm guessing there's a lot of running in this as well.
Yeah.
I'm guessing you guys have to be pretty fit cardiovascular-wise to get through a game. Shayna Williams had quite a few shots on goal today. She's a senior.
Yep.
Midfielder. You know, I'll tell you what, Manchester's doing a nice job of keeping the lid on this since those first 3 goals here. It's been a pretty quiet 6 or 7 minutes so far. Not a whole lot of offense from the Hawks so far. And the Lions have really had the, wow, that got settled nicely. Was that Rivera?
Yep, that's Jade.
Just great hand-eye coordination. Ooh. Like a trip there on the stick.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that's not a thing, that you can't trip somebody with your stick.
Yeah, not really. If it's an accident, then it happens. But if it gets too like violent and starts pushing, then
Right, because this isn't like lacrosse where you're allowed to body check each other, correct? Yeah. Again, you know, for folks that you know that didn't grow up playing field hockey, this sport can be a little confusing. And you know, what I always say, the more you know, the more educated the viewer is, I think the better off you'll be. As Rivera is moving her way down the field again. In addition to the face mask, I would have to guess that they are wearing mouthpieces as well.
yes.
Let's go finish it up.
Those are also very important because if you're not wearing them, you can be taken out of a game.
That makes sense.
Bring up.
Makes sense. Tough bouncing ball there.
Yep.
See how learning to control a bouncing, you're basically trying to control a bouncing ball with a round stick with a flat side to it.
Yep.
So you know, folks at home, if it's not translating for you on the television, we assure you that what these ladies are doing here is not easy.
Yeah, no.
And they do make it look easier than it is.
Go too high. I got. You got Rachel?
Shayna Williams, shot on goal, nicely blocked by Corinne Test. Oh, that one just misses.
All right, let's go.
Stepping up big again is the Hawk defense. 20 seconds left to play. That's pretty much gonna wrap up the first half here with 15 seconds left to go. Hawks will send it downfield. Jade, 10 seconds left to play.
On that head.
Some pretty solid French braid ponytails there from Mayerly Benitez. And that's gonna wrap up the first half, folks. We've got the Lions, Liberty Lions, leading 3-0 after the first half. Pretty close game. And we're gonna take a short break for exactly what we promised you, a closer look at the organization Fighting Pretty. We'll see you in just a bit.
Feeling beautiful is hard, even when you don't have cancer. What do you do when cancer takes away your eyelashes, your hair, your breasts? I know how that feels. I fought stage 3 breast cancer for 2 years. The little strength I had came from my family, friends, my boyfriend turned husband, and an important symbol given to me by another breast cancer survivor, a pair of pink mini boxing gloves. As I learned how to feel like myself, while my physical beauty was slowly being robbed from me, these gloves became the foundation for my entire journey with cancer and the inspiration for Fighting Pretty. While trapped on this emotional roller coaster, I quickly realized that beauty was much more than skin deep.
Feeling beautiful means knowing who you are and never letting anything get in your way. You know, it's not always about appearance, which we tell everybody. We say that to our kids, we say that to others, but it made me truly have to embody that.
Feeling bald, I felt really ugly. When I look back at the pictures now, I think, oh, I actually didn't look ugly, I looked beautiful.
The way my kids laugh at my bald head and rub it, and beauty in so many small things that I never look at.
Remembering who I am and who I was pre-diagnosed, and that's always who I'm going to be.
When you lose your hair, you realize all you have is what's inside. And I found my inner beauty in just my own confidence.
After my diagnosis, I started Fighting Pretty, a non-profit organization that sends pretty packages full of inspirational items, beauty products, and our mini pink boxing gloves. When my fight was over, I passed on my gloves and my strength to a friend in cancer treatment. Since 2013, I've sent over 2,000 pretty packages in an effort to help women battling cancer feel strong and beautiful.
You're still strong, you're still beautiful. Even if you can't get off the couch that day, you're gonna get off the couch the next day.
Just receiving a package just made me feel like they know what I needed right then and there, and it had nothing to do with treatment.
Take advantage of the times that it's not in the forefront of your mind. That's Fighting Pretty.
I brought my gloves with me to every treatment and every surgery that I had.
It really symbolized what I was going through because I felt like I was really fighting for my life.
And that's what I do when I look at those gloves. I fight every day.
Fighting Pretty and Glossybox felt like the perfect collaboration. We're both trying to help women feel good about themselves. Together, we were inspired to educate new and existing Glossybox subscribers about how they can help a loved one that might be battling cancer with a small but mighty gesture. Cancer affects women of all ages, making it a conversation that concerns us all.
You need strength. Strength to remind yourself that you are strong, beautiful, amazing, fierce, and sexy. You are Fighting Pretty.
To learn more about this limited edition box, visit glossybox.com or donate now at fightingpretty.org.
sorry, I didn't see you.
You didn't stop.
I'm late for work. Thought I could make it.
It's my first day of school.
He's only 7.
I know, but I'm going too fast. I'm not going to be able to stop. I'm sorry.
The inner circle.
Hey, welcome back. I'm Harry Ferrone.
And I'm Abby Ballister.
And we are here at Jackson Liberty High School for a beautiful day here. And it is the annual Fighting Pretty game here. That's right. We've got the Liberty Lions out in the lead here after the first half, 3-0. What are your thoughts so far on this one, Ab?
It's been a really exciting game. Liberty's offense has been killing it, obviously, with 3 goals. Towards the end of the half there, Manchester's defense was really kicking it in and holding them off.
Yeah, it's been a pretty tight game so far. I think if the Hawks are going to have any chance to get back into this one, that offense is going to have to get itself going. But the Manchester defense definitely stepping up so far. Okay, speaking of so far, an opportunity to talk to our producer here today, Mr. Noble.
How you doing, Mr. Ferrone?
Good to see you there, Mr. Noble.
You as well, sir. Just wanted to mention something really, really exciting that is hopefully going to be, official soon. But it looks like Jackson Television is going to be at Jackson Day at the end of October. And what that means is we're going to be there with our production truck to give tours of the production truck. We'll probably have the drone there shooting some footage and doing a drone demonstration. And more importantly, we're going to be live broadcasting. So we're going to kind of float around with our wireless camera, do some interviews with some of the vendors there and some of the people and different associations in Jackson. I think it's going to be a really fun day, so I'm super excited. We're going to lock that in probably next week. We'll be able to announce the date and times and location and everything, but super, super excited for this.
That is exciting, Mr. Noble. Now, where does Jackson Day actually take place?
It is held at Johnson Park is where it's normally held, and I believe that's probably the same here. So it's kind of right down the street from Jackson Liberty, about 10 minutes from Jackson Memorial. I don't forget what street. It's off of Manhattan Street, I believe.
Located
over there
in the heart of Jackson.
Yeah, it's a fun day. I mean, I go there every year with my family. They have tons of stuff for kids. They have bounce houses and face painting and that kind of stuff there. But then they basically ask all of the...
Well, Mr. Noble, those are the rides you partake in. What rides actually do the kids go on?
Last time I tried to squeeze into the teacup, I couldn't get out. I think I'll get to that point, Mr. Fro. But they have, basically, they asked all the businesses in Jackson and all, like, the volunteer associations like Rotary Club and Lions and all that kind of stuff. And they come out there and they have a table and they talk about what their different associations do. And then they have a lot of companies that come out from Jackson from everyone from florists to all the different types of services that they offer in the town. They come out and they set up tables and they talk all about what they do, and it's a fun day. And hopefully, last year the weather was beautiful. It's usually a nice fall day, so it's kind of cool. But really,
absolutely, folks that are looking for something to do in the fall that maybe haven't gone to Jackson Day before, this is an opportunity to get out there and have a fun day with the family.
It is. It is. So I highly recommend it. Well, again, we'll make the announcement on that official probably next week, but keep an eye out for it. It should be a great day and great exposure for Jackson Television. Should be fun.
All right, Mr. Noble, thanks for stopping in and talking to us. All right, Mr. Noble, the head of our Digital Media Academy here in the school district, splits his time between the two schools there, jack of all trades. And here we go, underway here. Haven't seen the ball this far down center here in a while.
Now they've switched sides also after the half, so.
Actually, I'd like to hear exactly what Becky has to say. You know, it's funny how some things tend to, I don't know, get in some people's heads, let's say, during the shoot, and other things don't seem to bother people. But anyway, we're back live here, and it's good times.
So now they've switched sides after the half, so if the game's gonna keep playing like it has been, the ball will probably be on the opposite side of the field for most of the game.
Right, if the first half is any indication, that would certainly seem to be the scenario here. Shot on goal, and that's good. Vashana Williams, who's been knocking on the door all day long, puts one in, and the Lions go up 4-0. Vashana with the score. Here's the replay.
Got Jade sending it up the field.
Here we have the Hawks getting down on the Liberty side here. Looks like number 1, Gianna Gregor. Now what's going on over there? What can you explain to us there?
It looks like, I'm not sure what the penalty was, but it looks like they were taking it in from the side.
So if the penalty is outside the circle?
They'll take it in from wherever the penalty happened.
Ah, okay. Makes sense. As the Lions trying to go back on offense. You can see here Coach Erica Eno for the Hawks there. Getting things back in place. Actually, Erica Eno played softball for me back in the day at Manchester. Is a replay here. Just a repeat here on the score. Liberty actually up 4-0. There it is. Olivia McGarry working graphics today. Usually a camera operator, but picking up some new skills today on the JTV bus. Set to put the ball into play for the Hawks, number 30, Marissa Campana. Sounds like an airplane taking off. Sometimes I wonder how close to an Air Force base we are. Of course, Lakehurst base pretty close around here. Mr. Noble, of course, playing some games on the bus right now with our headsets, I think. I think the pink on his shirt is starting to rub into his head a little. I'm not quite sure. Some people have accused him of perhaps gelling a bit too much. So
gel's getting to his head.
Could be the gel getting to his head, Ab. You said it, I didn't. The Hawks showing a sign of life here early in this second half so far. That offense trying to get something going here. Liberty defense led by Whitney Dyer. And a few other players, Ellie Whitbitch, of course, playing a little defense.
Colleen Thornley, Lauren Ramundi, Dakota Perry, and Alex Muniz.
There you go. Believe it or not, these players, the defense is actually called back.
Well, I don't know. This is the first I've ever seen it called back, but normally it is called defense. I'm not sure why.
Okay, just like similar to soccer, folks at home, there are midfielders as well that are allowed to kind of move more freely than the straight-up defensive players. And the Lions back on the prowl here. And it looks like the Hawks trying to move the ball back, but breaking through there is number 4. Maybe on the little blind, Megan Iorato. Pretty solid player here. This is a junior heavy squad for the Lions, which is good for the Lions here. Having a junior heavy team, they pick up a lot of experience this year. And in B South currently, Point Borough, the only undefeated team in B South. So they pretty much have things pretty much wrapped up in B South. It's actually the Highlands Regional High School in second place right now, and those two are going to face off with each other next week. Coach Forsyth informed me of. Pretty big game that perhaps will decide the conference in B South. And give the Lions a chance to move into second place. We'll have to wait to see how that goes. But as October is underway here, we'll start to see teams winding down their regular season as they get pretty low there.
Yeah.
I don't think they could have got much lower than that. Teams are going to be winding down their regular season. Shot on goal. And that is going to go in for a score.
Like Carly Lowe again.
Lowe with a hat trick on the day. It's going to pick up her 3rd goal of the day. Carly Lowe with her 3rd goal of the day. Take a look at the replay here. Lowe gets the ricochet. Carly Lowe. Hat trick on the day and also moves her into first place on the team with 10 goals on the season. Nicely done. Of course, the field hockey uniforms changed a bit over the years. They wearing shorts?
Wearing what?
Shorts. Are they shorts?
No, they're wearing skirts.
Huh? Very good. Pretty nice uniforms for both teams, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Now, are they allowed to wear any socks they want, or are there socks?
Home games, they typically wear white socks. Away games, they typically wear red socks.
Okay, very good. Other than shin guards and the mouthpiece, that is, and the face mask, no other protective gear, correct?
No. There is, for indoor field hockey, there's like face masks for the corners that they have to, it covers their entire face.
Really?
Because for indoor field hockey, it's on like hardwood floors, so the ball moves even faster than when it's on turf.
Wow, on hardwood floors.
Yeah.
That's craziness. Yeah, music to my ears. No, I would say no. Vashena, shot on goal. And that gets blocked. I don't think they can find the ball. Let's see if we can take a peek at where this ball ended up here. Shot. And it bounced off the outside. I see. Makes a pretty loud sound when it hits.
Oh,
the back of that goal, is that a netting or is there wood back there?
There's netting, but at the bottom of it, it's wood, and the field hockey balls are completely plastic, so they're really hard as well.
So if you get hit with one, let's say,
it hurts.
Arm,
it hurts.
Leaves a mark?
Yeah.
Okay.
Leaves a
pretty
big bruise.
I always said these field hockey girls are pretty tough.
Yeah.
They're pretty tough. Number 30, Marissa Campano, puts the ball in play. A little bit of what do we call that, high stick?
It looks like it hit someone's foot.
So what do we call this? Is this called a free hit or not have a particular name to it?
Not really. It's just kind of looks like there might have been too much pushing there.
And whistle blown again for a substitution. We're going to take that back. About 18 minutes left to play. We're just about halfway through the second half here. And the referee explaining something to Honey Stooks. It's good that we've got referees that are really interested in growing the game as well, taking time to make yourself clear as to things you can and can't do out here.
Yeah.
Guarantee it's still pretty new to a lot of these players on, on both sides, so I would have to guess. Settling a bouncing ball on the grass, just not easy.
Oh, not at all.
I know one thing's for sure. Getting to the gym for leg work, probably not needed so much during field hockey season.
Yeah.
Based on the amount of lunges that I see taking place.
You got to kind of stay in a squatted position the whole game.
Pretty much the whole time, yeah.
Yeah.
I know where I'd be right after a game if I played field hockey, the chiropractor. Every game. So if the ball comes out of bounds, what do we do?
Whatever team hit it out of bounds, the opposite team will take it in from wherever it went out.
Gotcha. And they don't have to pass it to someone, they can just bring it in themselves?
Well, they can bring it in themselves, or if they don't have the room to take it in, they can pass it to someone.
Oh, okay. varsity and JV play what's known as back-to-back games here. So after this varsity contest is over, there'll be a JV game that follows.
Yep.
Been that way for a lot of years. The referees pull double duty. Holy swings. And Manchester moving the ball down. Up, cut off by the Lions. And outside the dotted line. Is there a name for the dotted line area there?
Not really. Mostly it's just called dotted circle.
Dotted circle.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Nicely saved there by 6, but Shayna Williams is there to pick it up. Oh, that one spun off the side of the stick there. Liberty defender there, number 7, Colleen Thornley. I think the girls' field hockey team should get T-shirts. You know what I think they should say on them? Walk softly and carry a stick. There you go. I like it. I know Mr. Noble is on the bus thinking, what president coined that phrase? Mr. Noble's thinking about it right now, I'm sure. Come on, who was it, Noble? I'm sure he's going to Google it any second now, but I believe it was Teddy Roosevelt. You think that there's an advantage to being shorter to play field hockey?
It definitely makes it a little bit easier, but either way, you're like lunging the whole game. It's
not as big an advantage.
Yeah,
as
it helps a little bit because you're closer to the ground.
See, this could have been a sport I might have never played.
Yeah.
Pretty close to the ground. Oh, that ball gets crossed. Nobody's there on that side of the field, so Shayna Williams comes back. Nice stick work right there. She's going to take it right to the goal, and that one gets blocked, and it's going to be the Hawk ball.
It looks like they took it from the 16 dotted circle, but Megan Irata got it back.
What does the goalkeeper have in her left hand?
Left hand.
Left hand.
They wear hand pads.
It's a hand pad.
Yeah.
They wear it on both hands.
Yes.
Is it kind of like a glove? Is there a pocket to catch it? Or is it just kind
no,
of a soft...
it's a softer, flat. It's like a flat board, kinda.
But really?
So if they need to, they can hit it away with the with their glove. Looks like Manchester's taking it out of the circle again.
That's interesting, Abby. Thanks for that explanation. All about the Nielsen ratings around here. Oh, there's a lot of activity there. A lot of bodies on the ball there.
Yeah.
It's amazing to me why they're not spread out more in that space.
Yeah, sometimes it helps to have a lot of people in one space, and sometimes it's more helpful to spread yourself out and give yourself more room to pass.
And you can use another part of the stick. You settle it with the long part of the stick?
Yeah, you can use up to about where the grip starts for for tackling.
Yeah, because I've seen quite a few girls today use that method to, to settle the ball. And looks like we've got a corner.
Looks like Manchester got a corner.
Somebody's going to have to come over here and take this. Whoop. And here comes the corner taker who has just traversed about 50 yards to play this out. I don't know if she's going to be able to hit this. She just ran 75 yards. And the Hawk corner. When are the Lions allowed to move? Do they have to wait till across the circle as well?
They have to wait until the ball leaves the offensive player's stick.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, number 15, Lauren Ramundi there, off and running to go on defense there pretty quickly. Ramundi, of course, the younger sister of one of JTV's own, graduated Chris Ramundi. Chris graduated actually 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Jeez, when did that happen? About 9 minutes left to play in the half. Score right here with 9 minutes left to play, 5-0. Yeah, I'd say call me crazy. We are we're out here enjoying this game. Shot on goal. Number 11 there. Carly Lowe having a little bit of time. We'll take a look at the replay there as that ball pretty much ran up Carly Lowe's back. Pretty nice pass here. And we're back live as the Lions threaten to score. Oh, nice defensive move there by number 13, Dakota Perry. Cool name, by the way, Dakota. Ball gets passed up. Gonna get taken to the outside and turned back up. You can see there in that shot the amount of stick work associated with that. Megan Iorado, number 14. And that looks like it's going to be a Liberty corner. As we see the defense for the Hawks sprints back to the half field mark.
Offense.
Offense.
Goes back to the half.
Defense. That would be mean if you move the entire offense. Take the defense, sure. Are there any penalty shots in field hockey?
Well, if it ends on a tie, they'll go to a tiebreaker round, which is, I think, 15 minutes or 10 minutes. They'll do 2 tiebreaker 10-minute halves, and then if it's still tied by then, they'll do shootouts.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
How many people have to shoot?
I think they normally do 5 people shoot.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
I remember back in the day when soccer used to do that. That was fun.
Unfortunately, it doesn't look like it's going to happen this game.
Yeah,
but
probably not. That would have been fun to watch, though. Six minutes left to play here. And it looks like we've got penalty out there around the dashed circle. Nicely passed, but that's going to run out of bounds, and it's Manchester's possession. Is goalkeeper allowed to throw it in?
no.
Weaving her way through traffic there. And the whistle blows, and it's going to be the Hawks' ball. Nice pass to Carly Lowe. She shoots.
So close.
And it
went
runs
right outside.
Just outside, just a bit outside, a little bit wide. Take a look at the replay of this one. Liberty offense trying to make something happen here. Lowe takes the shot. And the lower third kind of blocked it, but
yeah,
definitely bounced off the side of the goal. Oh, look at that block. 19 settled that one nice there, Natalie Wood. We've got a few famous names in today's lineup. We've got a Natalie Wood, and we've got a Lily Claus. Abby and I both agreed that if we had the last name of Claus and we had boys, that we would name them Santa.
you just have to.
Yes, and then Matt Boehm agreed that if he had a daughter, he would name her Santa Maria.
Claus.
Claus, true. So there it is. Another big shot there. Emma Hennings on defense. Interesting. Ooh, big shot there. Oh, nicely defended by Hennings, who stopped that ball. Ooh, number 17 for the Hawks there, Kristen Hanley, not able to stay with possession there. Megan Iorato moving the ball on offense now. Jade Rivera. Jade's a pretty solid athlete out here. Play any other sports there?
Lacrosse. I know she definitely plays lacrosse. I'm not sure about any other sports.
If she plays basketball, she could only possibly be a point guard. A little hard to tell here, but I think Jade, maybe when she's standing on a shoebox, maybe is 5'1", maybe. Speaking of 5'1", that's about the size of Noble's hair when it's properly gelled. Hawks trying frantically to turn this game around and get a little more on offense, but with 2 minutes left to play and a 5-0 lead, there's some tough work to be done here. But it's been a good game.
Yeah, it's been exciting.
Both teams, you know, giving it their all, playing some tough defense on a day where fighting pretty, you know, a game to bring cancer research to everyone's mind. They do some important work. And like you said earlier, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, correct?
Yes. Yep.
Keep that on folks' minds to further the cause here. Shayna possibly with a shot on goal here. She's going to shoot. Oh, nicely defended by number 5, Emily Henniger. 1 minute left to play. Rivera, shot on goal, goes a little bit wide. .35 seconds left to play. Good shot on goal, and that's in. Gonna take a look at the replay of that one. See who scored with just 20 seconds left to play. That's gonna be number 14. Nice shot right in the corner. Nice cam work too. That was number 14, Megan Iorato. And with 7 seconds left to play, this game is gonna be a wrap. There's the sound of the bell. And the Lions go on to win this one 6-0. That's gonna cruise the record for the Lions, improving to 6-4. And 5-3 in conference, and the Hawks are going to drop to 1-6 and 1-6. Key to today's game, 2 words for you. I'm going to go with Carly Lowe.
Yeah.
3 goals on the day. She gets the hat trick on the day. So congratulations to Carly for being the first person on the Lions to break into double digits on her goals for the year.
Total of 10.
Well, that about wraps us up for the day. I want to thank Abby Vallister today for that fine job of commentating today, trying to break this game down for the folks at home.
It's quite confusing.
Well, you did a really good job of explaining things to us. I just want to say I'm Harry Ferrone.
And I'm Abby Vallister.
And thanks for tuning in to this week's edition of JTV Game of the Week. We'll see you next time. Till then.